Hello, dear friends. We don't need snakes this summer because there are too many. Opinion piece. Blue Bean in Peru. The grand finale. Summer Serpent. Get the ball rolling. Expect the unexpected. The sun is very strange. Wave of natural disasters. Masquerade costume ball. Life will never be the same again. Let's start. A beta test of the Blue Bean project seems to be taking place in Peru, which would be a false alien invasion according to Steve Biko. Headlines say that Peruvian villagers were attacked by strange beings over 2 meters tall and report violent encounters with flying armored and silver beings which leave them unable to sleep for fear. The term summer snake refers to a sensational story or topic that typically appears in the media during the summer months, when major news stories tend to be in short supply due to vacations and slowdowns in activity. It is a news that is presented during the summer season, but that is usually ephemeral and of little impact compared to the more substantial events and news. These stories often capture the public's attention due to their flashy nature, but tend to be of little importance in the long run. The Blue Bean project would be a dark hat stage where a simulated invasion would be staged with holographic projections and actors. This false lightning project was discovered by the Canadian journalist Serge Monest, who describes that some ufological events would be productions prepared by power groups and would have as their objective social control through collective hysteria in order to establish a new world order. Monest mentioned that this project would be applied in 4 steps: reevaluation of archaeological knowledge, space show, supposed telepathic communication using very low frequency waves, and supposed supernatural manifestations. Answer. Adamus responds to the threat of the application of the Blue Bean project, in quotes. Some of you have all kinds of fears about the so-called Blue Bean project. Others fear that our ships will be attacked and this could trigger a war and so on. This is because you are falling for the manipulation games of those who do not want this event to take place. If we are able to surround our planet with millions of ships of living light, if we are able to carry ships in an instant across thousands of light years, if our consciousness resides outside of space and time, if we can manifest a ship many miles wide just by wishing, if we can defeat an enemy at war without even attacking him, if we can deactivate your nuclear devices without touching them, if we can balance your planetary magnetosphere, I could go on and on. The point is, if we can do all these things and more, do you honestly think teen toys and party favors from your Earth cabal would get in our way? The answer is negative. What this means is that our spiritual technology outperforms your material technology by an almost unimaginable margin. Now those others, they feel that we are getting in the way of their plans and that they want that we have what we have. So they will attack us when they can. In fact, they would destroy us if they could and take everything we have from us. But cannot. Very rarely do they manage to hurt one of us in the slightest. On the other hand, we could destroy them right now if it were in our conscience, but we don't, because we know that they are us. We know that they are actually one with us. They just don't know this yet. So, in short, they would destroy us, but they can't. We could destroy them, but we won't. And that is the state of the game in Dross. At first glance, it would seem to cause a deadlock, but it is not. We are winning. And do you know how we proceed to win? Not attacking them, not hating them, no, actually loving them. Each and every being that approaches us and tells us, I am tired of fighting, I am tired of fear, I am tired of pain, I am tired of being alone, everyone is welcome to us. And so, over time, it's absolutely inevitable that everything will come back together. Natural disasters. Why are there so many apocalyptic natural disasters suddenly happening all over the world, according to Michael Snyder? Almost every day there is a natural disaster in the news. Have you ever wondered why this happens? This year there has been an endless parade of unprecedented fires, floods, earthquakes, storms and droughts. On Wednesday it was Hawaii's turn. A wildfire tore through the head of the island of Maui, like a lawnmower. And it happened so suddenly that many couldn't evacuate in time. A pilot flying over Maui said he had never seen anything like it in his life. Was a directed energy weapon used in Hawaii? In Europe, a gigantic forest fire has devastated thousands of hectares of land in southern Portugal in the Odemira area, in the Alentejo region. Now it has spread south towards the Algarve. We are also seeing many unprecedented storms in recent months. Recently, a catastrophic hailstorm in Germany made it seem like a winter smack dab in the middle of summer. Elsewhere in Europe, a month's worth of rain fell in Slovenia in a single day. There were terrible floods, and this is probably the worst natural disaster in the history of Slovenia. In China, officials in Beijing continued to grapple with the aftermath of the nightmarish floods that recently hit the city. At the same time, it appears that the interior of our planet is becoming increasingly unstable. I think we are going to see some things happen in the coming times that many people would consider impossible. We are entering an era where the unexpected is worth expecting, and life will never be the same again. Solar change. Meanwhile, the sun continues to behave very strangely, and many people are starting to notice. The sun is much stronger this year. This summer, the sunspot count reached its highest value in more than 20 years, considerably exceeding officials' forecasts. Since solar maximum is not expected for a year or more, the sunspot count should continue to rise. We can expect 3 to 5 years of high solar activity in the near future. Meteorologists are predicting the best Perseid meteor shower tonight. On Saturday night, August 12th to 13th, Earth will pass through a debris stream from comet 109P Swift-Tuttle, causing dozens of meters per hour to shoot out the constellation Perseus. The nearly new moon will make it easy to see in darkened skies. The Grand Finale. The Grand Finale of this stage by Steve Biko. Archangel Michael says that Ascension is a full and permanent opening of the heart. You are in a time of individual and collective ascension that has never occurred on our planet or anywhere else. At that level of enlightenment, does the ascension correspond? I think it is beyond the normal illumination of the seventh chakra, which is called Sahaya Samadhi. Sahaya means natural. Sahaya Nirvikalpa Samadhi would be our natural state, free from vasanas or central problems. So, ascension itself is beyond our current three-dimensional frame of reference. Since most of our enlightened sages are not ascended, but have only had seventh chakra enlightenment called Brahmanyana or God realization, our classical theory of enlightenment can only take us so far. As Michael observed, the classical theory of illumination has served us well. We are now on a new course. We are in a time of individual and collective ascension that has never occurred on our planet or anywhere else. Much of the historical understanding regarding to the opening of the heart has changed and expanded. The kingdom we are building in our physical body is brand new, and the rules have changed. An opening of the planetary heart is a new course, and that is what is in our immediate future. It is a massive ascension rather than an individual one. It is an ascension that takes the physical body with us instead of letting it fall. You are in a newly created region of space. We see the creation of a new species, named Homo universalis, instead of Homo sapiens. We will become interdimensional. The event. According to Saint Germain through Sharon Stewart, once the event happens, all those who are already of a higher frequency will ascend to 5D, to live on this earth and continue to change and create it. The Federation of Light gives an idea of when this ring of fire will occur. When everything is fully prepared and knowing that there can be no customs at stake, when all the subterfuges of governments have been revealed to the public, when everyone is safe at home, when the movement calls a new public confinement, when we feel like the world has stopped turning, when things get so bad that let everyone look for a source of hope and help. When everyone is ready, the greatest show on earth, the greatest movie ever, will open and will never be waiting for anything to happen again. Jesus, through John, summarized the impact of the events of this time. We are approaching the grand finale of this stage in the awakening process. It's not the magnificent and wondrous event of the Great Awakening in all its splendor that ascension would be, but it will be the most exciting and uplifting event humanity has ever experienced. Heart-centered awareness is the state in which, as human beings, we only feel love for all life, knowing that we are one with all life, and in which we love and accept ourselves in human form without no reservations, knowing that we are following a guided path back home, to reality, and that everything that happens is part of the grand design that we planned for ourselves before incarnating in this form. Breaking news. OPEC Plus drives the price of oil to a bull market. The global chain of ships is blown up by the technological war. Venezuela is closer to recovering its gold held in London after a favorable rally in Portugal. Thousands of Nigerian citizens surround French and US soldiers at a military base. Susie Ward, who channels her Sam Matthews' messages, went into cardiac attack on July 18th. However, she survived and she's recovering fortunately. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.